Hey everybody, what is up and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about this little beauty right here. This is a 5-inch Panawal khukuri made by G.G.K from Nepal. And this is one amazing little blade, so we're going to dive in and we're going to check it out. Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about this really awesome little kukri made by G.G.K from Nepal. This is a traditional kukri from Nepal. It's an amazing handcrafted knife. The company is G.G.K. That stands for Great Gurkha Kukri, and the owner of the company is Perna Darnell. And he is just a master craftsman as far as I'm concerned. This is such an amazing little kukri. The sheath is made very well. Nice thick leather strap for hanging on your belt. Really solid and just super awesome. Very well made. All handcrafted. And the blade itself is super awesome. This is called the Panawal blade. This is in a 5-inch blade. It actually is a decent little handle. Fits my hand. I have average size hands as man hands go, and it fits my hand really well. It's very comfortable, but if you have a little bit bigger hands, you can go just below the notch as well. This thing is really sharp and it's really well done. Now, one of the things I want to talk about these little 5-inch blades, I personally think they would make a great little everyday carry blade, but you have to understand what these blades are actually for. This is, in Nepal, these are considered kitchen knives, like a kitchen utensil. So it's used for prepping food, so it's used for doing food prep and things like that. Now, I'm going to show you can do certain little wood tasks with it and stuff, but this is not a chopper, and you don't need to be batoning this through a big log or anything, because you will damage this blade. It's not designed for that. Even though it probably can do that, that's not what it is designed for. This is designed as a food prep item and stuff and doing small tasks. This is not a machete. It's not meant to hack through big logs like this big or anything. So understand what it is when you get it. But as far as an everyday knife, this would be, to me, it would be like a hunting knife, like a buck knife or something like that. You're not going to take your buck knife and drive it through a log, so you shouldn't do that to this either and stuff. But as far as it goes, it does really great tasks and stuff. And I'm going to show you some food prep that I did with it, and I'm going to show you a couple little wood tasks that you can do with it as well. And just kind of show you what this knife is capable of, so you guys understand what it's actually for and what it was designed for. I actually saw a video not too long ago, and the gentleman that actually was doing the video didn't do it, but somebody else, I assume it was probably his son, took a knife like this and decided to try to beat it through a bunch of logs, and ended up damaging the blade, because that is not what this is designed for. So if you're trying to get one of these and think you're going to take it and do a bunch of crazy bushcraft splitting of logs and stuff with it, that's not going to work, you know, and stuff. I'm not saying that you couldn't do it with it. I'm just saying that's a good possibility you're going to damage the blade, because that is not what they are designed for. That is not what they use them for in Nepal either and stuff. It's a great cutting tool, and it's a really great cutting tool, and it holds a really great edge. So far, everything I've done with it, it has held the edge. It's done really well, and I've been really happy with it. But you need to understand what this tool is used for. I don't know what it is today, in today's day and age, where it has become a thing where every dang knife that is made has to be able to split like a 16 or 18-inch log, and if it can't do that, then it's a bad knife. I don't know where this has come from. I know it's big in the bushcraft community to take your knife and split logs with it and do batoning with it, but it's some of the dumbest crap I've ever seen in my life. In my whole life, and I've been around a while, I'm 53 years old, I've never once had to take a knife to split a piece of wood. Not in my whole life. And I've spent most of my life out in the woods, and I've started thousands and thousands of fires, and I've never once have had to split wood with my knife. So I don't understand it. I don't know why people do it. I understand what they say when they're talking about it, so you can get to the dry wood, but there's a lot of other ways to do that. There's a lot of other ways to start fire in wet areas and stuff that are really easy and simple, and I don't get it. But not every knife is made to be driven through a piece of wood, and I don't know why that this generation thinks that you need to do that. So that's my rant, because I digress when I see people taking a perfectly good knife and taking a big old stick and bashing the crap out of it through a piece of wood. I just digress, you know. And then they say it's a bad knife when it's actually not a bad knife. So anyway, back to this. This is a great little knife. This is a great, just a little good working knife. It'll do a lot of things. You can do whittling, carving, food prep, and you can even do a little bit of your bushcraft stuff, which I'm going to show you guys here. We're going to try to do some feather sticks with it. We're going to make a notch with it. We're going to make a point with it, and just see how it does. So first we'll do some feather sticks. I'll actually use this one, and with these you can use this part of the blade if you want, or this part. It depends on you. With the smaller one, it's easy to do it with the belly of the blade, but with the bigger one, you can get in here with the carve. Maybe I'll do both. Let's try with the belly of the blade first. Let's just do some simple little feather sticking. And as you can see, it's not having a problem. Now, I'm not going to do a ton of them, but there you go. See? And it's actually falling off, but it feather sticked just fine right there. Nice feather sticks. You guys can see it's feather sticking just fine. If you want to do really nice little curls and make them really light, we'll do some shaving here. So if you really just want to shave it off, do some really light curls, some really finer stuff. You guys can see that it's not having a problem at all doing any of that. So there you guys go. Get these up in my hand. Some nice finer shavings if you need to do that. Now you can also do it with, like I said, you can do it with the belly of the blade. So let's do it with the belly of the blade. We'll do some finer ones. We'll do some little curls. We'll do some long ones. You can do some real long ones, real long shaving. That belly of the blade. You guys can see got the belly of the blade. Really fine stuff. So the belly of the blade will do it too. It just depends on what feels better for you. Now, if you want to do a notch, I guess we can notch this guy too. Let's do a notch. So you can put that in the belly blade, or you can put it right here. It's whichever you prefer, and just rock that back and forth a little bit in there. And then I'm going to use the belly to create that trip notch, you know, when you're setting a spring trap. And let's do a little bit more up here, Mr. Owl. Alright. Clean it up a little bit. There you guys go. There's a nice little notch, and you could go further with it if you wanted to. Now, the other thing you can do with this, if you guys want to shave things down to a point, it'll easily trim off a piece of wood. You can see how that's just flying off of there just fine. This is a pretty hard piece of wood as well. But there you guys go. Nice little point, and you guys can get in here with that chest grip if you want. You have that little point though can be a little problem, so you want to get in here, but you have to watch this point too. So the chest grip is not something I would necessarily recommend, but it is possible to do that. But that little point's going to dig in your hand, so I wouldn't do that with this knife. I would just do this kind of grip with it. But there you go, and then the blade is still nice and sharp. Now if you want to do like little task on a small stick where you're doing a little bit of chopping like this, you can do that, or something maybe this size, but I wouldn't really do anything with it. Where if you just want to trim some stuff down like this, say you wanted to just trim that off, like that, and you were trying to trim that down, you could easily do that with this knife. And trying to trim that down like that, and you guys can see the blade is still good. Now I wouldn't get crazy with trying to do like chopping stuff like this. I mean, you could probably chop a little thing like this, but again, that is not what it's designed for. What I'm showing you, what I'm doing, you know, if you wanted to shave off your logs, you know, and stuff. But the other thing that this could work for is a little draw knife, where you could actually peel your logs. Now I don't want to do it, I don't have a log long enough, but you could actually take it and do like this and turn it and use it as a draw knife to peel your logs, as long as you're holding the top of your blade like that. And bigger ones work really good for that. I don't know if I necessarily do that with this, but you could if you had to. But that's some of the basic wood tasks you guys can do with this blade. You guys can see that it can do some basic wood tasks, do carving, do whittling and stuff. That's about all I would be doing with it. Maybe knock off a couple little thin limbs or something with something, but I wouldn't be doing anything massive and crazy with it. Now I'm going to cut to the kitchen. We're going to go in the kitchen. I'm going to show you guys doing some food prep. So let's show you guys what this knife is actually supposed to be used for versus this stuff, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap this video up. So here's the video of me in the kitchen cutting up the vegetables and stuff, prepping some food. I was actually doing some vegetables and some chicken. So here's that video, and then we'll come back and you guys we'll wrap this up. All right, everybody, so we're in the kitchen. We're going to do some food prep. We're going to use our G.G.K 5-inch kukuri. This is an amazing blade. It's a full tang construction, very nice little sheath and stuff. And this is what this blade is actually made for. So this is a 5-inch kukuri. It is designed for kitchen tasks like prepping food and stuff. It is not designed for going out there and trying to split the biggest dang log you can find out there. You can do some finer tasks with it, like doing feather sticking or making notches or doing tempo spikes or whittling or stuff like that. You can do all that stuff with it, but this is generally meant for a food prep knife. So we're going to demonstrate it in the purposes that it should be used for. And we're going to do some peppers I got here. We're going to do some chicken, and I have some onions, but I'm not going to prep the onions. You can do onions with this, but if you're doing any type of acid type fruits or vegetables like tomatoes or lemons or oranges or onions or anything like that, it's going to stain your blade immediately, which is okay and it's not wrong. But if you don't want to see that stain on your blade, because you're not getting it off once it does it, and you want to try to keep it looking like this, then don't cut anything that's like an acidic type vegetable with it. Carbon steel will eventually get like a patina on it anyway. That's just a natural thing that happens. You're not going to be able to keep it pretty and shiny forever. But when it comes to prepping food, like if you slice into an onion, it's going to stain it instantly. Tomato, lemon, anything of that nature. So we're not going to do that today, but we are going to do some of these peppers, and we're going to do some of this chicken that I have here. As I grab a fork to do this. This is some chicken that I grilled earlier, and we're going to slice that up into things because we're going to be doing fajitas. So let's get to doing some work. So you guys can see this. Now you can see how easy that just sliced through that like crazy fast. And let me slice these real quick. I mean, just watch how easy that just boom right through there. So this thing is razor sharp. Perna Darnell. It makes a really amazing kukuri, and this is perfect for this kind of stuff. And you can see I'm not having any problem cutting through the vegetables that we're working with right now. Definitely a really nice blade, really well made, and impressive how they're done. But I wanted to showcase this blade, how they're supposed to be used versus what I see some people doing with them. Now you can see this thing is just slice and dice. If you watch how easy, I'm not putting any pressure on that blade. It's just slicing right through it with no problems. Just doom, 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 doom. And I love the angle of a kukri like this when you're doing stuff like this, because it's just, the ergonomics of it is really nice. And the blade just is doing the work for you. You know, now I will tell you to be very careful with these, because these things are super sharp. And they will hurt you if you're not paying attention. I've actually stabbed myself a few times with that little point right there. So, trying to be as cautious as possible, but it's a great tool. It works really good. So let's see here. Put that over there. Now let's do a couple of these like I like to do, so you can see I'm gonna slice that like that, and I'm gonna slice it like this. Then we're gonna do some chopping action with this, so you guys can see it chop. We're just gonna show you how easy it'll slice right through those vegetables. Oop, almost took off my finger there. Gotta slow down when you get to near your fingers. But that shows you how sharp that blade really is. Just chops it right up. No problem. So let me go ahead, and I'm gonna go ahead and chop through the rest of these. So you guys see, but this is just me doing my normal food prep that I do. And this blade is very worthy of that. So if you guys are looking for a smaller kukri that can do food prep like this for your kitchen, it's a great tool. So yeah, it really does a really nice job. Just chops everything up. You guys can see how smooth that is with that. And this thing is stupid sharp. Stupid sharp. So, really does really good food prep. Alright, one more pepper to go, and then we're going to get on to the chicken so you can see some meat getting prepped too. So let's knock this one out. Alright, one more to go. Can see blade still looks nice and good, still nice and sharp. Now let's do some chicken. Now this chicken has been in the fridge, so I cooked it day before yesterday, and we're going to make fajitas out of it because we did something else with it. But just to show you, I'm trying to get some good slices out of this. And then I'm going to actually cut these this way, because I want to chop these up into smaller pieces, like so. Now when you're cutting meat, you want to try to find the grain and go with it so it cuts better. But you can see how that just slicing right there, just a nice, you get a nice cut out of it. And let's try to cut it this way. See what we get. We're cutting kind of against the grain, but yeah, it's against the grain. So this is slicing it up just fine. Let's slice that. Alright, let's do another piece. Let's do a couple more for you guys just to see. Let's just slice that in the middle like that so we can do away with that. And then we're going to chop this up. So I'm going to poke it in there. Just see, ooh. Slice it just fine. Do the same thing with this one. We're just going to say, ooh, ooh. No effort whatsoever. I'm going to eat that piece. Alright. We'll do one more piece for you guys. So we're going to slice it. having no problem cutting through this whatsoever, as you guys can see. All right. I'm going to take this little piece right here. I'm going to try to do some finer cuts. Real thin cuts. Real small ones. So, little bitty cuts, just to show you that you can do that as well. So, all right. Should we do one more? Let's do one more. All right, we're gonna do one more for you guys, and we're gonna try to do this like in a finer cut thing. Let's take that off there. Let's see if we can do smaller cuts again with this. This is actually the way the grain's going, so let's go with the grain. When you go with the grain, it makes it easier to cut it. A couple more. Alright, there we go. Alright, so just to show you guys, you can cut nice thin pieces with it, just as easy. And if you just want to chop it into pieces, you just press down a little bit and boom, it slices it. Alright guys, so there you go. That's doing food prep with this khukuri. This is the G.G.K 5-inch. This is a Panawal blade, full tang, and you guys can see it says G.G.K right there on the blade, and it's a great kitchen utility knife. I mean, it works really good, and like I said, you can do some other little small wood tasks with it, which we are going to do as well, so you'll see that as well. So there you guys go. It's a great blade. Beautiful sheath that it comes with, and I can't be happier with it. All right, so we're back, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's what that knife is actually used for, is actually doing the cutting and prepping of the food, things like that. That's what this is used for, but it obviously can do some camp tasks as well. I think this is a great knife, and the fit and finish of this blade, I got to tell you, G.G.K, the fit and finish of this little khukuri is amazing. I mean, it's got a nice thick spine, so it's really durable. It's very well made. The handle is gorgeous. The fit and finish is just phenomenal in my opinion. Really just a great job. And I just want to say a big thank you to Perna for making this knife for me. These knives are handcrafted, so you guys understand, every one of these, when you order one of these, it takes 4 guys a day, whether it's a small one like this or a large one. It takes 4 guys a full day to make one of these knives. They're made out of 5160 spring steel, which is a leaf spring out of a Jeep, like a Toyota or a Mercedes or something of that nature. And they hand forge this. And if you guys go to G.G.K's YouTube page, or you can even go to their Facebook page, and you can actually watch videos of them hand forging these blades, and you can see how they are made. And I actually recommend you doing that so you can truly understand what you're getting. You're getting a handcrafted blade that's taken 4 guys to build in a day and stuff. And the other thing I'll say about with Perna is that I talked to Perna. The cool thing about with him was I was actually able to communicate with him through Facebook, and we messaged each other back and forth, and I told him what I wanted, and that was on a Friday. And he said, okay, he would get them done and he would ship them out on Monday, and I should have them by next Friday, which I thought was crazy because that's 7 days, and they're being shipped from Nepal. And for those of you who don't know where Nepal is, it's in India. So, but true to his word, he made the knives. I called him on a Friday. I ordered 3 actually. I'm gonna be reviewing the other 2 soon, and or if I haven't already reviewed them, I may have already reviewed them. But I ordered 3, and I literally had it within 6 days, which is crazy to me. So shipping was great. Working with Perna was great. Just a really great company in my opinion. Definitely customer service is top notch, and I don't think you can go wrong with ordering a khukuri from G.G.K. I think they're a reputable and respectable company, and they make good quality products. And I know a lot of us out there are trying to figure out, well, who do you actually get kukris from, and a real kukri from Nepal. And I can say this, that Purna and G.G.K is a real company that you can actually get a true kukri from in Nepal. So I would definitely recommend them. There are others that are make really good ones as well. But I've found, and I actually have ones from at least four or five different companies. And so there's definitely others that make really good ones as well, and I will be reviewing some of them if I haven't already done that. If you haven't already seen them, because I do have several. I'm in the process of doing this whole thing. This is a whole series I'm doing about these type of knives. So, but I really wanted to do one on this one first because I wanted people to understand, what this 5-inch blade is truly used for, so people aren't destroying a great knife and saying, oh, well, it's no good because I can't split this big 16-inch log, or trying to span the whole blade of this and stuff. Because understand that the cutting of this blade is in here. And when you span it all the way across, you don't get that cutting power. That's why the blade is curved. Your cutting power is like from here to here is where your main strength of this blade is at. So you need to understand that. And each part of the blade is used for cutting something different. I highly suggest you do some research on kukris. Learn a little bit of history about kukris and learn what they use them for, because over there it's a tool as well as a weapon for them, and there's different thicknesses, different sizes, different everything, depending on what you're using the kukri for. This one is considered a kitchen knife, and you should use it as such. You should not abuse it as such. You should use it as such. Now for me, it does everything that I wanted to do great, and it's a great knife that you can make a different sheath for if you didn't want to use this one, and you can make a great everyday carry, which I'm actually going to do a video on and show you a different style of sheath that will work for this blade, that can be an everyday carry, and it actually is a multiple carry where you can do scout carry or straight down carry. I'm actually working on designing some right now, so that will be coming in the future as well. But great knives by a great company. I will leave the link to their website in the description down below, and you can also go on Facebook and find Purna Darnell, and you can find G.G.K and send them a message, tell them Bravo Bassin sent you, and check them out. I mean, they've got hundreds. I mean, he's got probably almost 200 knives on his website that you can check out. I'm sure you can find something that will suit you, and he also does custom work. So if you want to order your own, then you can contact him and you can get a custom one made as well. So either way, they're great knives, but I wanted to showcase this little 5-inch Panawal first because it's such a Panawal, such a great little blade for kitchen task or small little task, and this is one that you could actually probably carry every day, and it wouldn't be too big and bulky to do just general everyday tasks. So and to compare that to, like, this is a Joker. This is my Trampero. So to compare them, you can see the size of the Trampero to the Panawal Kukri in 5-inch. So pretty comparable in size, handle size, and length. Not too much longer, just to give you guys a little comparison of size, so you can see what size. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. This is an amazing little blade. And if you use it for what it's intended for, you will love it, and it's going to last you a lifetime. Now, the other thing you need to remember is you do need to take care of these because it's 5160 carbon steel. So if you don't know what that means, look it up. I'll probably say it in a bunch of other videos, but that's it. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button. Check out G.G.K Kukris. Like I said, I'll put the link down below, and I'm doing a whole series of these, so I hope you guys enjoy the series because I got a bunch of kukris to cover. I mean, a lot. I've got a lot of kukris to cover, so it's going to be a fun series, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Any questions or comments, put them down below, and I'll try to answer them to my best of my ability or direct you where you can get those answers. So that's all I got for you guys. We'll see you guys on the next one, so take care. I'm out.